have someone there to
I know
assist.
Colombian law. Let's continue.
Uh,
Oh,
they wanted, she wanted the judge to enforce that clause,
why the
claiming
what?
that Jeezy infringed it, so that he either committed adultery or something to that extent, or
Yes.
had. And now she's saying I didn't read it, which is indeed the opposite argument. And yeah, I'm a bit confused. And I do think it's well, I'm confused, but at the same time, I'm not. So, as an attorney, when I get a case, a situation, I always have to determine the best strategy that would increase, so that would put my client in the best possible position to get as much as possible. So it's a strategy to put my client in the best possible position to get as much as possible. So if there's a strategy where my client can get more, but the position is more risky, then it's up to my client to decide, you know what, high risk, high reward, or you know what, I want the short thing. So let's take the short route. Right now, it seems a bit all over the place. So I
They're
do think we
floating
would,
balloons. See what sticks. They're throwing things against the wall and see what sticks. What does that tell you about that situation as a lawyer? If they're throwing as much as possible against the wall, do they are they actually searching for something to build the case upon? Are they trying to find out what the judge thinks? Basically floating all and see which one the judge grips the most, and then they go through that door.
yeah, that's possible.
Mm.
Well, sometimes you do, sometimes you can put primary, subsidiary. So you claim this. If it's not this, then so because what you have is you have the facts and the legal facts. So it was raining that day. Is that a fact? Yes. Is it a legal fact? No, because it's legally it doesn't have it's not of relevance.
Mhm.
Un- Unless, for example, just to use another example, you're driving a car and you claim that due to the rain the road was slippery and you crashed against another car. So that's, if in that case it's so, not all facts are necessarily legal facts or legally relevant.
Mhm.
So what the judge, so first, so the a petition and uh, response, you have the facts part, where the clients, where both parties or all parties try to give their version of the events that took place in order for the judge to make, to determine for himself what the facts are that are established. And how does the judge determine that? If someone says something and the other person agrees, then yes, it's true because both parties says it is. If they both said, for example, that it rained, then it did rain for the case. Maybe if the
Mhm.
judge goes and looks, the judge might determine, hey, it didn't rain at all. But for that case, hey, they said it rained, so it did. If one person says something, the other person does says the opposite, then one of them need to prove it. One of them need to present a proof. So
Mm.
that's another way where the judge can determine. But anyway, when that phase is done, you have like the facts and circumstances. Based on that, the
You
judge
start
will determine.
analyzing.
Yeah, the judge will determine what are the relevant legal information that should be extracted from the facts and circumstances of that day or of the case. And then we'll go to the next phase. Based on this information, what can you qualify it as? Can you qualify it as a for example, to at least to stick with this case, was there cheating? Was there was there any communication or relationship between Jeezy and another person that falls under the clause of the prenuptial agreement, and based on which the prenup should be enforced or thrown away in this case? So then you can use judge. Then you can ask judge, I want you to, based on the facts and circumstances, I want you to ask for this. So I'm claiming this, and I want, this is my first claim. And if you believe that it's not valid, then I want this. And if you believe that you can't qualify it as that, then I want you to qualify it. So you can try to throw everything indeed and see what the judge thinks is the best. And usually you would put your best foot forward. And that can be, let's say, your maybe high risk, high reward first, and subsidiary the short thing, because
Mm,
you want to always try to get more. But this is, of course, just like strategy in general.
sounds like Daddy, but I continue.
Well, Diddy pays off, so that's
Well, he's always trying to get more, right? Anyway, I didn't say that. It was just a random thought. Is thought. Can you think something and not get sued for it?
guys. KR has guys.
I'm
KR
getting a over you.
KR has Tourette's. It doesn't mean what is.
Oh man, hey, let's continue with one thing I want to say, and you started this part, and then we can exit this topic. You started in the beginning saying that the prenup, you gotta put it. It is important to put the right prenup together, otherwise it will get thrown out. That's what lead attorney said. I think one of the things people always overlook is the balance, right? When you, it's also the same with NDAs. That's something sometimes maybe you can chime in real quick about that. Sometimes why NDAs or prenups are being thrown out because the balance isn't right. So, for example, if you put into your prenup after, let's say you're a billionaire, and after 50 years of marriage, she can leave with only 1 million. That's kind of out of balance. And then the judge may say, this is not fair for you to do this. Um, I think you also, when you're putting, and this is not advice, but always keep in mind when you're putting a NDA or whatever together, a prenup, that you have to keep that in mind, that it has to be balanced, that aspect. Talk to your lawyers about it.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, in the US, you have various states, and
Also
all
changes.
states, different laws. So in some states you can do it, others you can't. In some states you can do it more. There are a lot of things that play a role. But yeah, indeed, wherever you are. So that's the reason why you need to have a
Local lawyer.
lawyer, a local lawyer. Well, it's funny you say that. Yesterday, a client asked me to assist with a contract for a company. It's like I'm setting you up for a company in Colombia, and and I told him,
That's for Thursday's show, by the way. But okay.
uh, but no, but to your point, and I told him, yeah, I can help you as a liaison, because lawyers can speak to lawyers and understand, conceptually how things are.
Mhm.
But you need a local lawyer there to assist, because as a lawyer, I don't have jurisdiction in Colombia. I don't know Colombian law, and you should have someone there to
I know
assist.
Colombian law. Let's continue.
Uh,
Oh my God.
Plata o plomo.
Not
Anyway,
the floor, that's number one law. Introduced by the prime minister himself, almost
yeah.
prime minister.